Hey everybody, what is up? Shaun Hadsall here with Get Lean After 40. And did you know that the Tarahumara Indians, the Kitava Islanders, and the Japanese cultures all eat 60 to 80% carbohydrates, yet they are leaner, healthier, live longer, and have less disease than the rest of the world? So what gives? So inside this video, I want to teach you why carbs are so important for your metabolic health and how you can eat them like these cultures so that they never spill over and get stored as fat on your body. They help you optimize hormones. And in fact, when you eat glucose-based starchy carbohydrates like potatoes and rice, your body only stores 1 out of every 120 calories as fat unless, and this is the key, you consume that starchy carb with too much fat in your diet. You see, carbs, starchy carbohydrates from nature, even the ones God created, have natural sugars in them. And so they spike insulin higher and faster than other foods. So because of that, insulin is a storage hormone. So when insulin is elevated inside the body and you eat fat along with it and that fat is present, it's going to take that fat and it's going to store it. And whether the Tarahumara Indians or the Kitava Islanders or the Japanese culture realize it or not, they're eating 60 to 80% carbohydrates with protein in every single meal. An example, the Japanese, they're eating their white rice with lean ahi tuna, right? Things like this. Tarahumara Indians, digging up sweet potatoes. I think they eat 60 to 70% sweet potatoes in their diet. They're digging up sweet potatoes every day and eating it alongside the animal that they just hunted for dinner. That morning, they hunt it for the dinner at night, right? They hunt and gather during the day. So this is a prime example that we can use so that carbs never get stored as fat on our body, and it improves our metabolic health and our hormonal condition. So here's the key. Always eat your starchy-based carbs. Even your ripe fruits like ripe bananas and stuff like that. Always eat a fist-sized portion with a lean palm-sized portion of protein. This will minimize the insulin spike. And since fat is not present, you can still eat 10 to 15 grams of fat in these meals and you're fine. I'm talking about excessive keto type of meals, right? Where you have a lot of fat in a meal, like bread and butter. Your body's going to store that bread as fat simply because you ate it with butter. The bread spikes the insulin stores the butter as fat. It's as simple as that. So just eat your starchy carbohydrates with leaner cuts of red meat, leaner cuts of animal protein. Minimize your egg yolks when you're eating eggs. So only have like maybe 1 or 2 every time you eat a serving of eggs. They're super healthy for you, but they do contain a lot of fat. So just a simple way to make sure that when you eat carbohydrates, they're burned as fuel or they're stored inside your muscle and your liver tissue as glycogen as long as fat is not present in the bloodstream at the same time and you're not overeating them. So here's the key. Make sure you consume them 3 or 4 days per week before and after exercise with lean protein. That way these carbs will be used as fuel during the workout and or after the workout. They will replenish that depleted muscle and liver glycogen that's been drained during the workout. The next best time, believe it or not, to help regulate your cortisol cycle and release more melatonin is have your carbs a couple days of the week at dinner time. Research shows that people who diet and have their carbs at night not only lose more weight, they sleep better because these carbs blunt cortisol. That allows melatonin and serotonin to be released throughout the night. Now, this will also increase your growth hormone pulses. And then strategically having these carbs like this is also going to boost your hormonal health because when you diet and exercise really, really hard, your body suffers from metabolic slowdown. That triggers a decline in thyroid and leptin hormones. And these high carb healthy meals can help basically reset your leptin and your thyroid sensitivity. I lost my lighting here in my sauna. But anyway, thanks for watching this. If you got something out of it, hit the like button. Remember, knowledge is power, but only if it's applied. And in this case, we have real world proof from the Tarahumara, from the Kitava Islanders, from the Japanese culture, and research that shows only 1 in every 120 calories that you eat from glucose-based carbohydrates get stored as fat on your body. Now you can eat lots of carbs and never store them as fat. And remember, knowledge is power, but only if it's applied. So go apply this to improve your body and life. Thanks for watching, and God bless.